So Jay-Z got a weird case. Let's talk about it. First off, I got to say that y'all already know I am a firm believer of innocent until proven guilty. And also that this is a civil case that has come out. This is a civil case. That means this is one person that is basically suing another person. This is not him being charged by any type of law enforcement as of this moment. Now that we got that out the way, I can give you all my thoughts and my opinions on the situation. So y'all know I've been living in my bubble lately. I haven't been paying attention to too much other news, but this definitely did come across my timeline as I was looking for topics to talk about with you guys today. I did a little bit of research on the lawsuit. It seems like basically the person and the lawyer is claiming that Jay-Z was with Diddy, of course, at some party after a award show, and she was underage. They say she was 13 years old, and she was drugged and R-worded at this party. Now, I do believe Jay-Z probably did used to party with Diddy back around those times in the early 2000s, late 90s, and stuff like that. But I think Jay-Z was smart enough, and I thought a lot of us we thought he was smart enough to get out of that scene at an earlier time because, as we know, he ended up getting married with Beyonce somewhere in like that mid to late 2000s. While somebody like Diddy, he was continuing this type of activity as far as partying and drugs and that late night lifestyle up until probably a few years ago, right? Now, could this woman be telling the truth? She could be, but these things, they're usually money grabs. She could have just been at the party. And to me, it's like all of these situations, it's just like, why was a 13-year-old even allowed at these types of places? You can only assume that maybe she lied to get in, or she was with some older friends and, she just walked on in. Because it's just hard for me to believe that these guys, maybe Diddy, I don't know, but like Jay-Z was actively looking for young girls. Like, no, I just think these guys were in that scene, a scene that they shouldn't have been in, that late night partying, everybody taking drugs, putting drugs in bottles and all these different things. She was in that scene and just messing with the people around him, the people in proximity with him. This is why I tell guys not to be promiscuous, because if you do, you put your penis in a woman, it does give her power to come back and say certain things over you. And just even being in that scene around those types of women, she's going to grow up, she's going to be broke, she's going to see that, oh, all these people are getting money and suing all these different people. And, if anybody has a story and they feel like they have a story, there's nothing for them to contact some type of high profile lawyer and that lawyer to take the case just upon the name and how it's related to Diddy and how Diddy already has criminal charges. And, the lawyer sees it as an easy money grab. And like I said, I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. And, for these types of stories that come out 24 years later, it's just hard to even believe that somebody would even come out and just do something like that, or even like say something. Or I think in the thing she said that she told her dad, but her dad didn't do nothing about it, which, like other lawsuits, I've heard the same story in some of the Diddy lawsuits, right? The person claims they did try to tell somebody or they did try to go to the police, but they didn't do nothing about it. And y'all already know the conspiracy theorists, the people who believe Jay-Z's part of the Illuminati and, he's devil worshiper and all these different things and participates in all these rituals. I know they're celebrating and going crazy right now because, they finally get like public acknowledgement on things that they've been saying for years, right? Me personally, I feel like where he actually went wrong was continuing to associate with Diddy, knowing the type of person that Diddy was, knowing the things that Diddy was going through, because these people, they were just at Rock Nation brunches and, all these parties together just up until a few years ago. So like he was still associating with that type of person. This is why I say your circle, it matters so much, because if he wasn't associating with Diddy, if he cut ties with Diddy years ago, 10, 15 years ago, around the time when he got married and decided that he wanted to actually like respect women and, well, he did cheat on his wife, but at the time when he decided he wanted to become a family man, if he started to disassociate himself with Diddy around that time, then that would have been something that probably this whole situation wouldn't have even came up. But if you look at this situation in a whole, like as soon as Diddy started to get lawsuits and started to get charges, and we started to see all these videos come out, as soon as all that stuff started happening, that was around the same time people started associating Jay-Z with the situation and saying that he was next. And I believe there are other lawsuits that have been settled already. And, you know, this was the one that came out to the surface. And, you know, the Fox News, TMZs, CNNs, all of them are posting it. I don't really see it on too many hip hop blogs because, you know, I think they all want to, kind of like the Diddy situation, a lot of people in hip hop, they're going to keep silent until they can't after a while because they are, well, they want to be in Ho's pocket. They want to be in good graces because he is a very powerful person in hip hop. I think he's a little bit more powerful than Diddy was at this point. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about Jay-Z's case. Do you think he did it? Do you think he's innocent? Do you think that his association with Diddy is what got him in this mess in the first place? Or do you just think it was inevitable that this is kind of like a second go round of the Me Too movement? And because ever since New York passed that law to where there's no kind of statute of limitations on being able to sue somebody, do you think like that was kind of like the catalyst of all of this starting to happen now? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I love y'all. I'm out.